Aquarius, what's up, y'all? How you doing? It's time to see what's going on with you guys in July 2025. This is the main monthly reading. July 2025 for Aquarius. So I do have an announcement to make. I'll make it really quick. First thing though, if you need a personal reading, all the information is in the description of the video. But the announcement is all week long, I'm running a 4th of July sale. The 4th of July sale is $5 off the weekly live readings. So $20 for the weekly live readings. So you can pre-order a weekly live reading anytime throughout the week. All the ones that are ordered throughout the week are read in the order of which they come in every Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then after we get done reading the ones that came in throughout the week, then we read the ones that are coming in while we're live. So all week long, $20 weekly live readings. And the sale ends after the live stream ends on Saturday, which is July 5th. So also don't forget, I got them new general readings on my website, and things are hot as shit right now, dude. People loving the shit out of them things. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, I should have been doing that a long time ago, you know? People love it. All right, let's jump into this. Let's see what's going on with your love interests. This deck's getting a tune. Hang on. How about this one? I want to start off with a Rider-Waite. All right, there we go. What's going on with Aquarius and their love interest universe? July 2025. Oh, Devil reversed. Uh-oh, what's that? You know what that that screams at me, just seeing it jump out like that. The universe might be doing you a favor. I think the universe is trying to help you dodge a bullet on this with the Devil reverse there. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. That's not a very common energetic combination though. Aquarius and Capricorn. I've seen it a couple of times, but that's not very common. Let's see. Oh, shit. Drama. Okay, yeah, see? Okay, so I'm thinking that a relationship is being attempted. But it's like, there's a blockage in here. There's a big, big, big blockage in here. Something is just preventing this from moving forward. Something's preventing this from moving forward big time. And like I said, honestly, with the Devil reversed and the Star reversed, I think it just kind of feels like the universe driving a wedge between the two of you. Like, this isn't someone you need in your life. Keep your distance here. I'm thinking a relationship is happening, though. It's being attempted. But man, it ain't moving forward. Actually, honestly, it looks like it's taking a turn right into a brick wall, is what it looks like. Some of you dealing with somebody at the workplace, possibly. Queen of Swords reversed. This person goes from being the person that you've never been more interested in anybody in your life to very quickly turning into somebody who you've never been more annoyed by anyone in your entire life, right? So, okay. Whew, man, this is a hell of a strong connection, though. This is a mess. Okay, well, let's figure out what this person's intentions are. I'm curious now. What's this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Two more shuffles, two more. Whoops. It's the King of Swords. I just flung it across the room here. King of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. All right. Well, I do not have wands. Oh, never mind. Scratch that. I got the 8 of Cups. I was going to say I don't have one cup on the table. But the 8 of Cups doesn't necessarily indicate an emotional connection. Kind of looks like this person lives life on the surface. Superficial, materialistic. You know, especially if they're already doing good financially. But, yeah, I just don't really think this person is trying to let anybody get real close to their heart for some reason. Now, here's the funny thing. I see that come through a lot, okay? So that there's nothing unusual there. But what I don't see is why. Usually, it'll say why. And honestly, 9 times out of 10, it's because something bad happened to them in the past. And hey, that may be true. I'm just saying it's not telling me here. It's not mentioning anything about their past. It's not telling me. So, I don't know. Thank you, Nikki, for the super chat. Appreciate you. So, I mean, that's what I would assume, though. You know, something bad happened to them in the past, and they don't know how to heal, so they put their guard up and don't let anybody in, yada, 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 you know. It happens all the time. But for whatever reason in the world, they're not wanting to let anybody get too close. Like whatever their problems are, they don't want to let you in on the things that they're burdened by, you know? And man, you want to fucking bring somebody into your life, sorry, their problems become your problems and vice versa. So if they ain't even trying to let you in on their problems, they're not trying to let you get close. Like energetically, you know? So then that begs the question, at least in my opinion, it begs the question, then what the fuck are you doing? If you ain't trying to let nobody get close, what are you doing? I'm gonna tell you what. If I'm willing to attempt a relationship with you, I go into it ready and willing to let you all the way in. Ready and willing. Isn't that common fucking sense? Isn't that what you gotta do? Not everybody thinks like that, though. Either that, or they just live in fantasy fairy tale world and they think that they can actually build a life partnership with someone without an emotional connection. Or maybe they just don't know how. Maybe they're just too stupid. They don't know how. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's get the advice on this. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of giving me a headache, y'all. This person you dealing with is kind of giving me a headache. And I keep forgetting to bring my fucking sage in here, dude. Three of Wands reversed. Ten of Cups reversed. Well, I mean, honestly, and I don't say this very much. I'm careful as to when I say this, but I think this just has to play itself out. I think so. Sometimes we just got to go through some silly shit. Sometimes we just got to go through that bullshit situation. You know, it's just sometimes we gotta have that experience. Avoiding the experience, there's certain things that you have to learn through experience. That's just all there is to it. You know, I mean, There's things that we can teach you and tell you and analogies we can give, and but at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, you're going to have to take all that advice, all those teachings and all that stuff, and apply it to your own idiosyncratic, private, personal, energetic pathway, So, yeah, I think this just has to play itself out. So, okay, all right, well, let's see what's due to come in next. Who's the next soul contract due to come in for Aquarius? We're on Aquarius, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Two more shuffles. All right. Okay. Well, I can't steer around it, y'all. I can't steer around this. What's that mean? What's Death card reverse, 10 of Wands mean? What's that mean? 3 of Swords. That means past energy is blocking the next person from coming in. That's what that means. I know that comes through a lot. I know you hear me say that a lot. And here lately, I've been trying, if I can weasel around that and tweak the message in another way so that I'm not just beating that drum to death, I will. But I can't steer around that. But there's good news. There is good news. Let me ask you this. Understanding universal laws, that the primary law is the law of vibration and the secondary law is the law of attraction. You only attract according to the frequency in which you vibrate. So understanding that, why would a past person's energy block a new person's energy from coming in? Just understanding that you only attract according to the frequency in which you vibrate. That means that the next person coming in vibrates at a different frequency. And if that person vibrates at a different frequency, that means that in order to bring them into your life, you have to vibrate at a different frequency. If you vibrate at a different frequency, that means you will manifest a different outcome. So that means the past is over. You're not due to repeat any of that shit. All those old cycles and lessons and all that bullshit is over. But you have to start releasing some of it. Some of it. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying you have to be glowing, floating on a cloud and shitting rainbows before the next person comes in. I just gave this analogy to a client earlier. Imagine this, okay? Imagine that you're a hot air balloon and you have like 500 sandbags tied to you. And you're slowly snipping them off one by one, okay? It's not going to make you wait until you snip off all 500. Once you get a decent amount of that weight detached, it's going to start rising. You don't have to get it all off at once. I'm not saying that you have to be this perfect human that's drinking green smoothies and farting rainbows and whoo la 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 la. Just start letting go of some of it. Right? But I ain't gonna lie, man. It's telling me that some of you haven't released fucking any of it. Any of it. And I gotta say one more thing, too. Here over the last couple of months, for some reason, I've had a lot of people try to argue with me when I tell them that. When I say you have past energy still attached to you, I'll hear something along the lines of, I haven't thought about them in months. I haven't had any love for this person since after our first year of marriage. Is that what I said? I don't think that's what I said. I know that's not what I said because I was there when I said it. I didn't say that you love this person. I didn't say you miss this person. I didn't say you want this person to come back into your life. I didn't even say you were thinking about this person. I said that you are still energetically tied to this person and the two of you are quantum entangled. That's what I said. It doesn't matter how you feel about them. It doesn't matter if you love them or hate them. It doesn't matter if you've forgotten about them. Time doesn't heal wounds. You know what time does? Time allows you to become comfortable with your wounds. That's what it does. Time allows you to start identifying with and as your wounds. Time helps that wound become part of your personality. That's what it does. And then once it fully integrates with you, you forget that it's fucking there. So of course you're not thinking about it. It's part of your personality. See what I'm saying? Anywho. So that's a good thing though, because what's due to come in next for the majority of you, your fucking divine life partner. But there's just a lot of past shit weighing you down and holding you back. So you'll probably have opportunities to connect with multiple different people, but nothing really serious sticking. Or if something does stick, it'll be less than favorable, if I want to speak euphemistically. Well, that puts a monkey wrench in the whole fucking reading then. So should I just go to the advice or what should I do here? I guess let's go to the advice. This is going to be tricky though, because time does play a factor into this. Knight of Cups reversed. Okay. So again, time plays a big factor into this. For those of you dealing with something that came to an end recently, meaning within the last 365 days, I'm going to tell you what right now, unless your last relationship was a little 1 month long fling that you didn't really give a shit about, you ain't gonna completely release somebody's energy in under a year. No, you're not. A lot of people like to get mad when I say that. They say I don't know what I'm talking about and this and that. Okay, whatever. Go ahead and try it. You ain't gonna release that in under a year. You may stop thinking about it in under a year. That doesn't mean you released it. And even if it was a little 1 month long fling that you didn't really give a shit about, it could still be very, very, very challenging and difficult to untangle from that person's energy in under a year. I've been with people for a month, 2 months. You know, it was easy to walk away from. Easy as hell to walk away from. That person's energy was all over me for a year and a half. Took forever to get that person's energy out of my aura. And I know a fucking thing or two about playing with energy. So if this ending is younger than a year, give yourself some time to relax. Now, if it's been a little bit, a year, year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, then you guessed it, a closure message. I know you don't want to. I know it's not fun. I know it's awkward. It's weird. It's embarrassing. It makes you feel silly. Oh, well, what do you care more about? How silly you look right now in the moment? Or the trajectory of the next 5 fucking years of your energetic pathway? What's more important? I would rather you laugh at me right now because I look like a dumbass and make it to the top of the mountain in the next couple of years than worry about what you think about me right now when I'm really fucking struggling and me not make any fucking progress at all in the next couple of years. It's a small price to pay. Small price to pay. So, shoot them a closure message. Now, I gotta lay this shit out, y'all. You gotta be real solid with your intentions with a closure message, okay? If you have an expectation as to how you would want that conversation to go, don't do it. If you have any little hidden motives or expectations of something other than closure happening as a result of this closure message, don't do it. Closure is closure. Period. I don't care how you respond. I don't care what you say back to me. I don't care if you respond. I'm letting you know, for no reason other than simply for the sake of you knowing that the energy is clear on my end. I have no ill will towards you. I wish you the best. I hate that it turned out the way that it did. By the way, be very careful how you word shit too. Okay? You are not required to apologize for something that you're not sorry for. I remember the last person I did this to. I wrote a closure message to a friend that I fell out with like 3 years ago. And I didn't apologize for anything because I'm not sorry for what I said. This person said and did some very unacceptable things. I didn't say I'm sorry. I said, I hate that it went down that way. That's true. But I meant every fucking word I said. I'm not sorry for that. I don't take none of that back. But I hate that it all went down that way. I really do. I hate it. I wish it didn't go down that way, you know? So closure is closure. I'm letting you know, clearing the air on my end, just to let you know. I don't care if you say, fuck you, eat shit and die, or, you know, or if you say thank you, you know, I wish you the best. I don't, closure is closure. And then you let that shit sink in. Takes a little bit. You ain't gonna feel it right away. Actually, if anything, you're gonna feel real weird, you know, in the immediate moment. Usually, I like to give it 2 months. Shoot that closure message and then be quiet. Don't say nothing else. And then let it sink in. Wait 2 months. 2 months later, think about it and say, okay, how does this feel? Then ask yourself, am I interested in revisiting this again or moving forward? How's this feel? And then cross the next bridge when you get to it. All right. Past person. We were just talking about the past person. Let's see what's happening for those of you who are interested in a past person. If you are not here inquiring about somebody you dealt with in the past, this is not for you. My readings are not designed for cross-watchers. If you cross-watch something and it just so happens to resonate, cool. But that's not how they're designed. My readings are only designed for the individual looking into the specific situation. Okay, that's the best way to get as accurate of a message as possible on a general reading for the masses. Okie dokie. Let's see if anything's happening. I hit a swords reverse. Oh, you're starting to come to your senses, aren't you? You're starting to see the truth about this. Starting to open your eyes. Hang on. King of Cups reversed. You're starting to see this person for who they really are, aren't you? Still got feelings for them. Don't get it twisted. This person is just in a hurry right now to try to find somebody new. Oh, God. They've probably already traumatized other people since you all parted ways. Or at least it's just a matter of time, you know, before their next victim or whatever. But really strong sense of unfinished business. Notice how I worded that. I didn't say whether or not there is unfinished business, but there is a sense of unfinished business. Okay, I know that sounds a little bit contradictory, but one of them is based on perception. The other is based on the spiritual contract. So, yeah, honestly, it doesn't look like a whole lot of much of nothing's happening here, though. With the Fool reverse, this person's too afraid to come forward, and you're kind of starting to have a change of perspective. You may, for the very first time, start to find yourself not interested in this person coming forward. Very possibly. Some of you dealt with a Capricorn. Who else do I got here? Is that it? Capricorn? Oh, I got Leo. Okay. Got Taurus here too. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Let's see how this person feels about you. Person from the past. How do they feel about Aquarius? They be trying to get your attention. Yeah, that post that you're wondering if it's directed towards you, 100%. 100%. It's absolutely directed towards you. And they think they're going to get a reaction out of you. They're waiting to hear from you. Why do they think that? Are they just blowing their own head up? Or have you done this before? I think they still got feelings for you. They're giving you the silent treatment and trying to get your attention. So honestly, you got to think about it. Who would do something like that? Who would do something like that? They're staying silent on purpose, but they're doing things with the intention of eliciting a response from you. Who would do something like that? A manipulator. That's manipulative. They're refusing to see the truth about the situation. See, you're seeing the truth. They're not. They're refusing to look at themselves. Refusing. So for those of you wondering whether or not this person has learned their lesson, for those of you wondering whether or not this person has had a wake-up call, for those of you who are wondering whether or not this person has changed their mind, changed their stance, changed their feelings, they don't even believe that they've done anything wrong. So, if somebody doesn't see an issue with their own actions, are they going to change their mind? No. Who wakes up and says, well, you know what? I'm just going to change the way I look at shit today. I'm just bored. No reason. Ain't no reason. I ain't got no problems in my life. I'm good. I'm straight. Everything in my life looks good. Money's looking good. Love life looking good. Family life looking good. Social life looking good. Everything looking good. I'm just bored with seeing shit the way I'm seeing it. I'm just bored with seeing myself the way I see myself. I'm gonna start beating myself up today. That sounds like fun. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna start kicking my own ass today, even though I don't really think I did anything wrong. It just kicking my own ass today sounds like fun. No, that doesn't happen, does it? If somebody doesn't see an issue with their own actions, they ain't gonna change shit. Let's get the advice. What is the best advice? What's the best advice? What's the best advice? High Priestess reversed. Okay, well, this is a little bit tricky because of all of the stuff we just said in the last section. So for those of you who are dealing with a situation where we're talking about the same person we were talking about in the last part of the reading, where we talked about a closure message. If this is the same person, then you already got your advice. But if this is a different situation, I don't know if I would recommend a closure message as much as I would recommend, I think a conversation in general would be beneficial here. You know? Because sometimes, man, you got to spend a little bit of time away from a situation, get your head on straight, do a little bit of growth, do a little bit of maturing, you know, fill in the cracks on the lens through which you view the world, and then revisit a past situation. And it's weird. I don't know if you've done this before. I think most of us have had this happen by accident a couple of times, but you revisit something from the past, and it's like the universe is shining a new light on it. It's hard to explain. It's just like, oh, that's who you are. Oh, wow. You can't really put words to it. It's just the light shining on them from a different angle. It makes more sense now. You understand what I'm talking about? If you've never experienced that, it's really hard to describe. But I think that you would probably experience it for the first time if you had a conversation with this person. You know, like all that shit from the past makes sense now. I see who you are now. That's who you are. Why the hell did I lose a fucking minute of sleep over your punk ass? The fuck? The fuck was wrong with me, you know? So I think that would actually help you begin to release this. Some of you, hey, it may hit you like a ton of bricks, and you may just completely release it all together like that. That happens every now and then, you know? You ever have that where something's just not adding up about a person, and then you just, the light shines on them in a different angle, or you see them do that one thing, or you see them say that one thing, or something that makes all the building blocks fall into place and makes it all make sense. And you're like, oh, duh. And you just completely release it. You couldn't hold on to it if you wanted to, right? Okay, all right, y'all. Well, I feel like those were the messages that my Aquarius family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is in the description. And don't forget, all week long, we're running a 4th of July sale. The 4th of July sale is $5 off the weekly live readings. So $20 for the weekly live readings this week only. Yeah, now remember, you can pre-order a weekly live reading anytime throughout the week. They're read in the order of which they come in every Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So when we first go live on Saturday morning, the first thing we read is the ones that came in throughout the week. And then once we get done with those, we start reading the ones that are coming in while we're live. So from now until Saturday, July 5th at night, the end of the night, when the live stream is over, the live readings are $20, $20 live readings all week. So also don't forget, I got them new general readings on my website now, and them things are hot as fuck. People are loving those things, man. So you can read about everything in the description of the video. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here now, y'all. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.